Well, hey everybody, it's 3 p.m. and it's time for dinner with Nanny Bubby. Actually, we're breaking bread with Nanny Bubby, and I'm so happy to see you and have you here. All is well here. I'm worried that you cannot hear me, so hopefully my husband will come down and tell me whether or not you can hear me or not. It is Hot Chilli season, and we are making Melissa's Hot Chilies. We've got some Hot Chili margaritas that I'm going to make for you, and then we're going to make stuffed Hot Chilies. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and I can hear feedback in the background. So can you please turn that down because I'm getting feedback. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, turn yours. Good. Thank you. Okay. For some reason it's not showing up.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. Thank you. He had it a little loud and I could hear myself in the background. I didn't know where I was talking. So, okay. Anyway, let's first start here. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. Tom, you got to turn that down.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God. This is live TV in my own home. I don't know why he has the volume up anyway. Okay. He can't hear, so he turns it up loud, but then I can hear everything. Okay. So, here we are in the kitchen. It's time for breaking bread with Nanny Bubby, and I am so happy to start this show out now that I'm sure everybody can hear the audio. And here is what I have for you. The first thing that I want to show you is what I got from Melissa. Whoa! Oh my God, it's not starting out too good. This is the gift that I get every year from Melissa's Produce Company, and it is just filled with all kinds of fabulous delights. It makes a fabulous, great gift that you can send to people that you love, people that you know this time of year. And remember that when Hot Chili season is here now, it will be gone until next year. So I waited to open this so that I could share with you all the fabulous things that are in this gift basket. I just need to find the scissors, which I did have out a minute ago, but nonetheless, we will do this. Okay, get this started. Let's see what is in here. And okay, so first thing that we're starting out with is these fabulous Hatch Pepper Clean Snacks. I'm going to put those right here so that you can see that. Right over here. Let me see if I can get the camera on that for you. Here's the clean snacks right here. These are nuts, and they have chia and flaxseed in them, and they're Hatch pepper. They're called clean snacks, and they're absolutely fabulous. All kinds of things. We've got the dried Hatch chilies here. We have the Hatch polenta, and the Hatch polenta you can get all year round on melissasproduce.com or just melissas.com. You've got Hatch chili authentic New Mexico seasoning. You've got the spicy seasoning, and then you've got the mild Hatch pepper seasoning right here. So it's absolutely fabulous. On top of that, we have the Hatch popcorn and the fabulous brand new Melissa's Hatch Chili cookbook. So these are all the wonderful things that come in this gift basket. Again, you can go on melissas.com and you can order them for your friends and family, and even one for yourself. So I'm going to set this aside, and the first thing that I'm going to make for you is a Hatch Chili margarita. So let me just come over here for just 1 minute, and this is our stuffed Hatch peppers that I'm preparing here, and I'm going to just keep that, turn the fire down. I want to make the margarita for you, and then we'll come back over here and we will start with this. So the fire's down. This is all warm and ready. I'll tell you what's in this in just a minute, but let's come back over to here. Okay, so here's what we've got. We have our shaker. We have 1 ounce, one shot of the Casa Amigos tequila. So that goes into the shaker. the recipe actually calls for Grand Marnier, but Cointreau is an orange-flavored liqueur, and I cannot believe it, but I'm out of Grand Marnier, and I don't know how that's ever happened in my lifetime, because I love Grand Marnier. So I'm opening this for the first time, and I always use a nutcracker, and I thought I would save that and show you how I open things that I can't quite get open any other way. And we're going to use about 3/4 of a shot of Grand Marnier, which is gold, and Cointreau is clear. So I think that's why it's calling for Grand Marnier, because, you know, it adds a little bit of color into the margarita. Let's get that on and put this over here. We'll take our tequila right here and put it off to the side. The other thing that we're going to do is we are going to rim. Actually, let me pour this ice in here because I did forget to rim the glass. And there is a recipe, believe it or not, for rimming the glass. So the way that you rim a glass is you take the lime and you just rub it on the edge and the inside of the glass. And this recipe right here is basically, it is the sea salt or the margarita salt, but if you want to make it red to be festive, I added smoked paprika. And so now you can see that that is actually very red. I'll give you a tighter shot of that. It's very red, and we're going to take this glass and just rim it like this, and it just ends up that you get all of that beautiful red on the edge of the glass there, if you can see that. And it actually smells so good. And there's that. So we rimmed it like that. We're going to add some agave to this shaker. There we go. A couple tablespoon of agave syrup. This is Melissa's organic agave syrup. And then into the glass, we're going to add back the ice cubes I just dumped out. There we go. So we're going to drink this over ice. There we go. And we are going to juice these limes. So let me get all this juice in here for you. They're very tiny. These are key limes, which is so cool. I think that's also a very seasonal item as well. So let's get all this fabulous key lime juice in here. They're really tiny. Let me show you how cute they are. They're just little tiny key limes, which is so funny because you hear a key lime pie all the time, and if you have to use little limes like this all the time, that's a lot of squeezing. And we never worry about the seeds when we're going into a shaker, because the shaker always has a sieve on the top which sieves out all those extra skins that can drop in from things. And now we are also going to add into this, for shaking purposes, that is great with all these limes. For shaking purposes, these are the hatch chilies that I roasted and skinned and rinsed this morning, and they are somewhat spicy. Now, what makes hatch chili spicy is the drier the season, the spicier the hatches. And so this, I think, is a very moderate season, but there's a lot of flavor in these. So I'm just putting these in to shake those hatch chilies. And then in this glass that we're going to drink from, let me just move these over so that you can see. In this glass that we are going to drink from, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a tablespoon of chopped, let me show you. I'm going to add a tablespoon of chopped chilies, if you can see that. And that is going to add some extra flavor. Now, my son really wants to taste the flavor of this, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes down when I'm done making this for you. Anyway, let's see. I think we've got everything that we need. We just need to shake it up. There we go. And pour. And what's so cool about that is that it's got the hatch chilies floating in it. We've got, let me make a key lime pinwheel, if you will, just to put on the edge. There we go. And cheers, salute, l'chaim, everybody. This is your hatch chili margarita. Let me take a drink and tell you how it is. It's really good. And it's got spice from the chilies. It's got some sweetness from the agave. It's just absolutely fabulous. Wow. A bite there came through. That's wonderful. So that's your margarita, and I will post the recipe into the show notes after we're done. So let me move this off, move my margarita and everything else. I'm truly out of space here. There we go. Okay, let's see who's joined us. And then I'm going to talk about the Hatch Chili Farms and Melissa's Produce. So let's see who's here. Let's see if we can find somebody. And it's not loading, so we'll wait for it to load. Sometimes I love doing these shows, but sometimes I get so frustrated by the technology. But anyway, it's not loading for whatever reason. So we're going to ignore it, and I'll keep checking back to see who's there. So let me take you through. I want to play a video for you of the Hatch Chili experience in Hatch, New Mexico, and I can narrate this for you. So here we go. So this is Hatch, New Mexico, and what I want to tell you is that Hatch chilies are not a variety. They're not a certain kind of seed. But what makes them Hatch chilies is the location. These are the only chilies grown in Hatch, Chili, New Mexico, or in Hatch, New Mexico. And it is the climate in Hatch, New Mexico that makes these chilies so incredible. So there's over 83, 84, 85, 180,000 acres of Hatch chilies. You can see them in infinity behind the farmer. This is the farmer that provides Hatch chilies for all of Melissa's, and Melissa's is the biggest distributor of Hatch chilies in the country. It's the cool nights in the valley and the warm sunlight during the days that makes these chilies so much more delicious than any other chilies in the country. And again, this is the farmer. And what he said there is that his family started the retailing in the early 1900s of the farming. So the heat depends how dry the year was, and the drier the year, the hotter the chili. So again, it's Hatch chilies, and it's now or next year. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought that was really informative. Okay, let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. So let's see if it'll show me. There we go. It's not showing me, but I can see that there's a lot of people here. Oh, there we go. There it is. My mom is here. Hey, Mom. Frank is here. Two other people. Frank says he hears you. Jennifer says she hears me. Thank you for that, guys. Lene is here. Hey, Lene from Idaho. Lene is up hiking in Idaho. Lene participated, as did Jennifer, in our Long Life Era Exercise 5-Day Challenge. Whoa, let me tell you, it was a blast. We had such a good time. It was really phenomenal. So let me take you through the process of roasting these Hatch chilies. So let's see if I can give you a better shot of that. Look at these. So you can see that they are browned on all sides, and you can also see that there is a skin here. And I'm going to take you through just very quickly how to roast and skin these. So if you're ready, there we go. So I grilled them on the barbecue, as you can see, and you just turn them ever so often, so you can see there's just light charring there, and then this is going back in with a little more charring that was on the chilies. And then from there, we're going to, close the top and do it again. And then I move them over to the cool side of the barbecue and then into a paper bag. And you can't really see in there. I needed a light or a flashlight inside there. And then you let them cool. And I mean, you must absolutely let these cool in order for them to skin. So now what I'm going to do is, hey, Teresa. Teresa Anderson is here. Nice to see you, Teresa. Thanks for coming. Everybody can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. We had some tough and tumbles in the beginning, but we persevere, and so we keep on going. So After we roast these hatch chilies, let me show you how to skin them. But let me tell you, and I'm going to say this really loud and clear, do not skin these chilies unless you have gloves on, because it will literally, smallest cut on your hand, it'll get into it. If you accidentally like wipe near your eye, it's going to sting forever and ever and always. So right here, under here, I keep my trusty little gloves, my medical gloves, latex medical gloves, actually. You wonder if you're, what kind of show this actually is, but I'm really just going to use them to skin the chilies. It was kind of funny. I hope you guys are laughing. And because not only does it keep everything safe and keep you from getting, a burning sensation from them, but if you, hey, Justin Randall, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much. So we're going to actually go in, and the touchiness of the gloves themselves makes it so much easier just to grab on. And as you can see, let me give you a better picture of that. And as you can see, we can literally just peel back. Look at that. Just completely peel back that skin all in one fell swoop. And some chilies are better than others, and this one's, my friends, was very, very easy to do. There we go. And now let's do the other one, if you can see it. And this is after roasting them on the barbecue, as you saw, putting them into a paper bag and absolutely 100% letting them get to room temperature. Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself aside from actual heat, and rather than spicy heat, right? Because there's two kinds of burns. All right. Now, this is the tricky part. And I really have to say I'm not sure that I really have this down myself, but I'm going to tell you what I do. I try to get the seeds out. Oh, here we go. To get the seeds out by just taking them out with a grapefruit spoon. So let me get you on a tight shot here. There we go. So there you go. Inside this, here are the seeds. Now, like Yotam Ottolenghi always says, a few seeds never hurt anybody. But sometimes you just can't get them. And these are, I can't believe this. I mean, I wish I could lie to you and tell you it's like this all the time, but it wouldn't be like me to do that. I get so frustrated with the seeds that I actually just take this and rinse them. But this is just pulling out beautifully the veins, the seeds. You can scrape them out. That's it. And I will not have to rinse this one. So let's see if I'm going to be that lucky with the other one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'll show you the baking dish that I put it in. So let me put this here. And we're going to do this once again. I'm going to take this. You can still see that. Go right down the middle. Open it up. There we go. And let's see if we can get the seeds out without rinsing. I'm prepared to rinse right down there in that black hole because that's where the sink is. This is just a sink cover that I keep for the show because I use this sink all the time. Nothing touches this sink except fruits and vegetables. Even though there's a garbage disposal in there, nobody puts anything in Nanny Bubby's vegetable sink but vegetables and fruits. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this, I cannot believe it. Like, this is perfect for the show. Okay, a few seeds never hurt anybody, but okay, boy. See, some things go perfect, more perfect than others. So, okay, let me show you the dish. This is the dish that I'm going to bake them in, and I will show you in just a minute. Hey, Tom. Tom is here. Looking good, Nanny Bubby. Thank you. This is the skin. And these are all the skins that pulled off. Of course, you're just going to go ahead and throw that out. Now, what I did this morning when I roasted those is I took off all the skins and then I made them into these really fabulous, stringy skins. So you can put this in pasta, you can put this in salads, you can make them a little smaller for the salads, you can put this in absolutely anything you want, cover it, keep it in the refrigerator, and keep everything rocking and rolling and you are going to have a lot of fabulous chilies. So you could do it all in one fell swoop, and like I did, and keep it covered, and then just use them again once Hatch chili season is over. It won't be back till next year. And by the way, the Hatch Chili Festival in New Mexico brings in about 100,000 people on Labor Day, and it is the largest food festival in all of the country. So the Gilroy Garlic Festival used to be the biggest, but it is now Hatch Chili. And so you can just see, and if you could smell how fabulous this is. So what we're going to do is we're going to stuff these right here in the chafing dish, but before we do, I'm going to tell you and show you exactly, let me make sure we've got the right shot there, yeah, exactly what goes into the stuffing. So here we go. So I took the liberty, so that you were not here all day and I was not here all day, of putting into this fry pan 1 extra large sweet onion, or 2 small sweet onions, 2 red bell peppers, 3 cloves of garlic, and 2 pounds of hamburger meat. So let me just show you what is in here. It's nice and warm. It smells so good. There you go. That's everything that I just described. It looks beautiful. Lots of color in there. And now we are going to add, there we go. Now we're going to add, so I went through this on Monday, and I got a big laugh from a friend of mine. But David Sugar, who laughed online, so you can all look it up. Anyway, these are toasted cumin seeds. On Monday, I did toasted fennel. And I said that when I use a mortar and pestle, I feel like I'm connecting to my ancestors, because the truth is, this was the very first food appliance, food utensil that was ever used, because the grinding of seeds was a very big food item back in our very years and years and years when cavemen first started cooking. And I love toasting. So you can get ground cumin, but the smell and the flavor just isn't there. So when anything calls for fennel seed or ground fennel or ground cumin or ground coriander or ground, there's one other, caraway, I always dry toast them in a fry pan, throw them into the mortar and pestle, which I'm not sure which is mortar and which is pestle. So if you know, just put it in the notes right there. Just write it in. And then I grind this down into powder. There we go, an amazing powder. And when you toast them well and let them cool, oh my God, and you should smell that. There was a day when I didn't like cumin, but it is like become one of my very favorite spices. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Just gorgeous. And I'm going to take all of this cumin, which was cumin seed, which was about a tablespoon. I do wipe it out with a damp paper towel after I'm done using it. So I guess I can take these gloves off now. And then I'm going to I did put in salt and pepper before you got here. This is the Hatch pepper seasoning. I have this from still from using it from last year, one of my favorite spices. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that in here. Now the recipe, because this recipe is from the Melissa's Chefs, they suggested not the Hatch pepper taqueria salsa, which is kind of spicy. They recommended in the recipe the salsa that was in this box. So let me grab this for you. The Melissa's Hatch salsa, if you can see that. So let me get that. I don't think I can get it open, especially with the gloves on. So I'm going to put in the taqueria sauce, but I think you could do either one for sure. Okay. Oh my God. You've got to see how rich and red that is. Look at that. I mean, it almost looks like tomato sauce. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, it's so red and so beautiful. So let's just pour that in. Okay, and that gives some color to this. It gives some flavor. Oh my gosh. Yum. Okay. So we've got the cumin, we've got the hatch pepper seasoning, salt, pepper. We've got 2 pounds of hamburger. We've got 2 red peppers, 1 extra large or 2 small sweet onions, 3 cloves of garlic, all sauteed into one. We're going to get ready to stuff, but before we do, I'm going to tell you one thing. My hair is just flying all over the place. Here's some other products that are out this year. This is the Hatch Pepper Avocado Salsa by Melissa's Produce. These I love. The red Hatch Pepper Pistachios. Look at that. I'm going to show you the side of that. Those are fabulous pistachios, all roasted in the red pepper chilies. This is the green pepper pecans. Green Hatch Pepper pecans. Those are delicious also. And then the red pepper pecans, which I'm sure those are very spicy. Want to get fun? How about some Hatch Pepper kettle corn right here? How about some Hatch Pepper popcorn? Okay, and Hatch Cheddar popcorn. So these are just the fun Hatch items, the popcorns, the shelf-stable things you can get all year long from Melissa's, and I suggest that you do. You know, you can get it in May for Cinco de Mayo or, you know, barbecue even on Labor Day. It's fun to do Mexican food. So the shelf-stable things you can get just about all year long. I don't believe you can get the pistachios all year long. Those things are the once a year. You got to get them, like the salsas and the peppers themselves, during just this time of year. So if you're ready, let's stuff the peppers. So let's get back over here. There I am. All right. Let's see. Who else is here? Lene said, this looks delicious. I'll be ordering peppers from Melissa when I get home. Definitely. Definitely, and all the accoutrements. Okay. So let's see if you can see that. I think you can. I'm going to take this. It's a good thing I still have these gloves on. All right. So here we go. We are going to stuff these peppers. And I'm wondering if I need to go to a tighter shot, or how about this shot? There we go. All right. Now you can see it. And these are spread open. And I actually need a bigger spoon. But let's see if I can just, oh, it smells so good. So you're just going to take the meat and spread it into the Hatch pepper. And then you're going to take your, this is sharp cheddar. So I'm using a combination of sharp cheddar and mild cheddar. And you're going to sprinkle that right over the top. Nothing like cheddar cheese on what would be Mexican spices. I just love that. And then you're simply going to take this Hatch pepper and you're going to fold it. Now I put a little bit too much meat in that one, but you know what? It's holding. Because these are, you know, they're very, if you will, slimy, you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. So they fold and stick, which is really fabulous. There we go. Don't want to put too much in there. And even if I do, I don't even think I'm going to roll this one. I might roll the other direction. Okay. I love that Justin Randall is here. Thank you for watching. Okay. And I love that you're all here, honestly. And I'm just going to fold in this direction just because it's too thin to fold the other way. There we go. And some more cheese. I mean, nothing's better than cheese, right, guys? And let's see. El Bassett Lawyer is here. There we go. And fold. There we go. And fold again. Might have to go even just in half on this one. There we go. And here's a very large Hatch pepper over here. So let's get this in like this. There we go. You guys can see that, right? And we're going to finish out the sharp cheddar. There we go. So I was just going to say, with regards to Lene, we have all been participating in the Long Life Era Exercise 5-Day Challenge. And boy, we have learned so much from each other. It has been so much fun. I know Lene connected with someone that I've known since junior high, I believe. I don't even think about how long I've actually known her, but I call her Dr. Jean Bokelman, and Lene had never met her before, and Jean had never met her before, but they connected in Long Life Era, and they're both just happen to be in northern Idaho right now, but on opposite ends. One's far east and one's far west, but they connected on Facebook. Cheesy, Frank says. Yes, indeed. And that's really what the Long Life Era is all about. It's just really connecting with people of your mutual generation who have mutual interests for things other than open enrollment for Medicare and pharmaceuticals, which seems to be the number one thing that our generation, the baby boomers, are being marketed to. And listen, we all need Medicare and want Medicare. It's the greatest. And we all need and want pharmaceuticals if, in fact, that's what we need to continue through our long life era. But we have far more things going in our lives. And by the way, the long life era baby boomers are still the largest generation on the planet, still the largest generation with the more generational power than any other generation in this country. There are 73 million baby boomers in this country who are they're still working, they're still creating, as we all saw in Long Life Era. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And we're going to pop that in the oven. They're still working, they're still creating, they're still loving life. And as we saw through the 5-day challenge in Long Life Era this week, or the 5-day challenge, boy, let me tell you, those people that are our community are exercising every single day, and we learn from each other. Like a couple of the people in the group were doing core exercises every day, and of course we were all posting to stay accountable for our 5-day challenge. And I looked at Lene, I looked at Jean, I looked at Donna, and said, oh my gosh, I go to the gym every morning at 4:30, and yet I have forgotten to do any exercises that help to strengthen my core. And so as a result of that, I began by Wednesday to do really, really strong exercises to strengthen my core. And can I tell you, by Friday, I was by today, already stronger. Like where I was doing 55 pounds on my legs of weightlifting, I was doing 70 pounds this morning. And that's what happens when you make a commitment to go every day and not just turning to Tom and saying, I'm too tired, let's just sleep in today, because we both can talk each other out of going, but we both knew we'd made the commitment to the Long Life Era community, and we were up, and everybody else was too, and throughout the day, everybody's been posting. So I say to all of you, if you want to be around people who are like-minded, who are doing more than just taking pharmaceuticals and worrying about Medicare, we do not look like our grandparents. We have vitality, we have a thrust for life, and we want to live into centenarian age. And so I invite all of you to go to Long Life Era Community and just join the laughter, join the fun, join the conversation, and have yourself a ball. So here we go. Let's get this into the oven. Here we go. Let's see. Off to the oven. Here I am, and in we go, and that's it for today. So you've got the recipe, at least today, for this fabulous margarita. Let me try it for you one more time. Oh, you know what came into my mouth? Whew! When I stepped on that, one of the Hot Chilies that we put into the margarita came into the swallow of margarita, and boy, was that fantastic. Can I tell you, that was absolutely beyond. So good. Anyway, let me just tell you, we have, as you can probably see, quite a bit of meat left over. And so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, because I don't have enough chilies, big chilies. I just have these chilies that I roasted and sliced up. So I'm going to take the rest of these chilies, and I'm going to mix them into the meat just like this. Just thinking on the sly, because I've got a lot of big eaters in this house who are going to, Peter is hungry. Yes, he is. There we go. Mix that in. Can you see that? Yes, there you go. And I'm going to just take the cheese, sprinkle it on top. Oh my gosh, I have such a mess in this kitchen. Here we go. And I'm going to stick this in the oven just in enough time to let this cheese melt. And as soon as it melts, I'm going to call my boys down for dinner, and we're going to have a great time. So that's it for me, everybody. Remember, go to melissas.com, put in Hatch chilies, and find all the recipes. There were 9 pages or more of Hatch chili recipes on their website. You can order the basket for you to send to your loved ones, your friends, as a hostess gift, just for yourself, because it comes with such great stuff. And remember to make yourself a Hatch chili margarita while you're at it. And that's it for me. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks on vacation, in and out, but not doing any shows. But you know what? Maybe while we're in Laguna, I'll go live there. I don't know. I never know. It's just that if the mood hits me, I can't get away from you guys. I can't stay away from you guys. I love everybody so much, and I might be back one way or the other. So, but I won't be breaking bread with Nanny Bubby in my own kitchen just because I won't be in my own kitchen. So that's it. Thank you, everybody, for joining. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go out and spread love like butter. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Go to melissas.com for your Hatch chilies.